Hello. Welcome to the Learn American English channel, where you learn naturally so you can speak naturally. In this video, we are going to listen to conversations about life experiences. This video is divided into two parts, where the characters will talk about a time they stepped out of their comfort zone and when they failed, but learned a valuable lesson. There will be a listening comprehension quiz at the end of each scene. So, listen carefully and see if you get all of the questions correctly. Also, be sure to stay with us until the end of the video. We'll point out important words from the conversations, everyday slang, and the most common way to say things in English. Watch for these words and phrases in the subtitles. You'll find their meanings in the vocabulary section in the last part of the video. Are you ready? Let's get started. First, let's listen to a conversation between Juanita and her grandfather as they talk about stepping out of your comfort zone. Let's see how their conversation goes. And don't forget to note the highlighted words for their meanings at the end of this video.
Grandpa, can I ask you something?
Of course.
Have you ever done something that really scared you? Like something totally outside of your comfort zone?
Oh, yes. In fact, one of the biggest, scariest decisions of my life turned out to be one of the best.
How?
Well, when I was about your age, I had to decide whether to move across the world for college. I got accepted into a university overseas. It was such a big opportunity, but it terrified me.
Wow. That must have been so hard.
It was. I remember sitting on my bed the night before my flight and thinking, what am I doing? Part of me wanted to stay with my family and my friends. Everything I knew was here. But I also knew that if I didn't go, I'd always wonder, what if?
So you went?
I did. And those first few days were rough. I was homesick. Everything felt strange. The people, food, and even the air smelled different. I almost booked a flight home after the first week.
But you didn't leave.
No, I didn't. I told myself, you've come this far. At least give it a chance. So I stayed. And little by little, it got easier. I learned how to cook for myself, manage money, and take care of everything on my own. I made new friends, people from all over the world.
That's amazing, Grandpa.
It really was. Looking back, it was one of the hardest things I've ever done, but also one of the most rewarding. I grew up so much during those years. I learned independence, patience, and how strong I could actually be.
Do you ever think about what would have happened if you didn't go?
All the time. And every time I do, I'm grateful I took that leap. It changed my life, and I wouldn't trade that for anything.
You are such an inspiration, Grandpa.
Thank you, sweetheart. Sometimes the best things in life are waiting just beyond your comfort zone. It's scary at first, but that's where you grow the most.
I'll remember that, Grandpa.
Here are some listening comprehension questions to see how well you understood the conversation between Juanita and her grandfather. What did Juanita's grandfather do that was outside of his comfort zone? He moved across the world for college. Was it easy for her grandfather? No, it was not easy for him. What were the things her grandfather learned? He learned how to cook, manage money, and take care of everything on his own. So, did you get all the questions correctly? Let us know in the comments section. Now let's listen to another conversation between Cory and his dad as they talk about learning a valuable lesson after failing. Let's begin.
Dad, I don't get it. I practiced every single day. I gave it everything I had, but I still didn't make the varsity team.
I know, son. I can see how much it means to you. It's tough when you work hard for something and it doesn't go the way you hoped.
It just feels like I failed. Maybe I'm just not good enough.
Hey, don't say that. You know, this actually reminds me of something that happened to me years ago. Something that completely changed how I see failure.
What happened?
At my first job, I made a huge mistake at work. It was a project I was leading, and I messed up a calculation that ended up costing the company a lot of money. I felt horrible. I thought my career was over.
What did you do?
I panicked and I wanted to hide it, to run away from the problem, but eventually I owned up to it. I told my boss what happened. Instead of firing me, he said something I'll never forget. The best people I've ever worked with aren't the ones who never fail. They're the ones who fail, learn, and come back stronger.
Wow.
That moment completely changed my perspective. I realized failure doesn't mean the end. It means you're trying, growing, and learning where you need to improve. I spent the next few months fixing that mistake. Because of that, I became better at my job.
So, that mistake actually helped you?
Yes, and it taught me humility, resilience, and patience. I learned that success isn't about never falling. It's about getting up every time you do.
I guess I never thought about it like that.
It's hard to see it that way when the wound's still fresh. Maybe not making the varsity team this year will push you to work on things you didn't notice before.
Yeah, you're right.
Don't let this stop you. Let it teach you. Because sometimes the lessons we learn from failure are the ones that shape us the most.
Before we review the key vocabulary from these conversations, here are some listening comprehension questions to see how well you understood the conversation between Cory and his dad. How did Cory's dad mess up at work? Cory's dad messed up a calculation that ended up costing a lot of money. How did Cory's dad face the problem? Cory's dad owned up to his mistake. What did Cory's dad learn from this? He learned humility, resilience, and patience. How many questions did you answer correctly? Let us know in the comment section. Now let's review the vocabulary from these conversations. First, we'll review some of the natural-sounding everyday phrases used by native English speakers. Watch the video again after you study the vocabulary words to learn them even better, and subscribe to see our other videos. Outside of your comfort zone. Doing something unfamiliar or challenging. Took that leap. Making a brave decision to try something new or risky. I owned up to it. Admitting that you made a mistake. Changed my perspective. Seeing things in a new or different way. Shape us the most. The experiences or events that have the biggest influence on who we become. Now, let's review the key vocabulary used in the conversations. Opportunity. A chance or situation that makes it possible to do something or achieve a goal. Homesick. The feeling of sadness or longing for home when you are away from it. Varsity. The main team that represents a school or college in sports or competitions. Calculation. The process of using numbers or reasoning to find an answer or make a decision. Career. A person's chosen job or profession that they work in for a long period of time. Were the conversations relatable? Try using these conversations with your family and friends. Thank you for watching the Learn American English channel, where you learn naturally so you can speak naturally. Please click the like button and subscribe to our channel to see more videos like this one.